What's up, guys? Your boy Jetbuster. We're back at it. Time for the grind. Previously where we left off, we got through the port and all that fun stuff, and we got to Kugain, which is way out, like in the middle of nowhere, pretty much. And I just got done eating, and while I was eating all that fun stuff, I ran around and obviously got all the ether port teleportation systems going on to get that out of the way. On top of that, we transmogged our gear. Yeah, let me tell you, to get 2 of the dyes that I wanted, just 2, cost me almost 1 mil. Almost 1 mil in gil just to get 2 of the dyes. I couldn't believe it, but I had to. But then, you know what happened? This happened. My gear looks amazing. I like it. It's definitely... It definitely makes me feel like a dragoon or a knight. Kind of like a legendary knight in general. I love the gear, but it's just the way it is. It's built an armor leg, but it's okay. We also got Midgardstrom. You know, our little pet dragon boy always hanging with us. Anyway, let's continue. So, here we go. Congratulations, you now stand in Kugain, the western port of Hinagashi, regrettably the only port in this nation open to foreign trade. Oh. And I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties which befell us during our journey. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. Yes, it was. Thank you for the XP. Alright, Alphanod, what are we doing next, broski? Glad though I am to have arrived, I would remind you all that we are far from home with limited resources at our disposal. Duly noted, brother. I shall take care not to enjoy myself. In any event, Doma is our final destination, and our first order of business should be to secure passage there. Captain Caravellan, I realize you pledged only to take us as far as Kugain, and I have no desire to change the terms of our agreement. I should, however, be interested to know how you would go about reaching Othard were you in our position. At the risk of stating the obvious, you are in a port. Surely there is a kind and generous soul here who will lead you for the right price. You cannot be the first traveler seeking passage to Doma. The captain makes a good point. 'Tis like that Yagari and Gosetsu were forced to come here for the self-same reasons we were. They must have found a way to Uthard, assuming they are not still in the city. Where we seek passage, mayhap we should first seek our friends. Leave it to me, Alphanod. Making friendly inquiries is my specialty, lest you forget I got plenty of practice in Ishgard. Captain Carlvan, could you direct us to the nearest tavern? Desperate for a drink, are we? You may find one in the large building just beyond here. Whether your journeys have come to an end or an era about to begin, the Shiokaze Hosteri is an ideal place to rest, relax, and reflect, or so they say. With that, and with that, my dear scions, I bid you farewell. As soon as we have replenished our supplies, we must away. Ours was ever a fast-moving business. The spice trade, you mean? But of course, surely you did not think I traveled halfway around the world and delivered you to your destination solely out of the kindness of my heart. Perish the thought, thank you, Captain, and may the Navigator watch over and keep you. Nice. Right then, to the holstery. Alright. Let us go. After you. What in the world is this? Nice.
By the 12. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Oh, 1,000 pardons, my lady. The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
And you are?
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugani and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
Lolorito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kugane. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
My, such naked suspicion. I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
I beg your pardon? If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
I can't even I can't. Oh, man.
Oh dear, have I offended you? Once again, I must apologize. Too much time in the Far East, you see. One is compelled to talk in circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Uldan markets. Though I see now that this was neither the time nor the place to indulge said longing. Might I suggest that we continue this conversation at the company offices? Too many eyes and ears here, you understand. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to say any more.
If I may favor you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain. You understand that you are come to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port. Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government. Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with who...
To paraphrase, Kugani is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
Nice. Ah, you must be Jetbuster, Slayer of Gods, Riders of Dragons, Savior of Ishgard, Stealer of Pants. If someone more puzzling, resort to be believed. I knew it. May I say what an honor and a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Good sir, I just know you and I are going to get along famously. Now then, without further ado, allow me to escort you to the company offices. This being your first visit to our fair city, I shall make an effort to point out various landmarks along the way, if you would be so good as to follow me. Interesting. Alright, where we going, bro? Everyone, if I could have your attention, please. You are now standing in Tancarito. Loosely translated, the name means Spire of Drifting Souls, which, as some of you may have deduced, makes reference to the Etherlight which stands over yonder. The design is markedly different from those of Cerulean, yet I trust its function is identical. A diplomat and a scholar, will wonders never cease? Our Eastern Etherlight technologies have a long and storied tradition. I assure you, this particular example was constructed by the Oshishiu, a collective of skilled craftsmen who guard their ancestral techniques with the utmost secrecy. In short, you will find it no less reliable than its Western counterparts, attuned if you like. Why, thank you. It's a glorious experience. Where am my stuff? Oh, my stuff's level 70, right? Yeah. Get this one. Beautiful though it may be, we cannot spend all day staring at the Etherite. Come, let us move along. The markets are next. Thank you for gladly showing me around. Huh? Do. We have arrived at the largest shopping district in Kugane, Kogani Dori. Kugani, as you are doubtless unaware, is an ancient Higan word for gold. So in this prosperous port where gold fortunes are made, lesser fortunes or Kugani are earned by the local merchants. It's all quite logical once you learn the language. Now you're beginning to speak my language. This girl is full of greed. That's crazy. Oh, a kindred spirit. What a pleasure it is to meet a young lady who appreciates the value of hard-won coin. Hancock of the East Alenard Trading Company, you are with clients today? Why, if it isn't Master Kaiten, pray allow me to introduce you to my esteemed guests who recently come from distant Aozu. This kind and generous soul supervises all transactions here in Kugani Dore. Your sincerity is ever appreciated. As he says, I am Katan of the Hakuchi clan, and it is my honor to serve as an overseer of these markets. As we receive many foreign visitors in Kugani, we accept all manner of currencies. Rest assured, your Eorzean Guild are welcome here. I invite you to pursue our wares at your leisure. arms, armor, foodstuffs, potatables, uh, potatables. Here you will find all of them. If we may pause here for a moment. The road leads to the Lujangai, the district in which Lojin or foreigners are permitted to reside. This also be where the foreigner embassies are found, including that of a certain empire. Precisely, so you see, it would not be at all unusual to cross paths with one of our Galilean cousins here. With this in mind, I would encourage you to choose your words carefully. We would not want any physical altercations after all, such spats being strictly forbidden. The Sekutsugumi punish breaches of the peace quite severely. I've seen foreigners permanently exiled for a single violation, though, to be fair, this is not common. More often than not, they are executed on the spot. What? Cut down then and there? You're joking, right? What did I worry? But alas, these samurai are a humorous lot. Why, I recall one instance when a foreign merchant in his cups dared lay hands upon a Gan aristocrat in front of Setsugumi. The samurai cut him in half with a single stroke. Look, I don't even want to think about that. So as you see, it would behoove you to behave. Failing that, we may be forced to part ways with one another, or you with yourselves, in the manner of the late Tejani Teji Ajaleji. Oh, how I amuse myself, but we must carry on. I have yet to show you the Garlean consulate. Oh, that's wonderful. Bam, 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 ba, na, 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 na. I just realized I'm level 70, but I have Jack for health. Hi. This, as you may have summarized, is the consulate of you-know-who. Mark the guards at the gate in their uniforms, not different from those you have seen in the West. Were you to travel far and wide, you would find that many such variations exist, often inspired by local designs, all of which goes to show you that even a massive empire seeking to rule all of creation is not without its artisans. There. Okay. There is so much more I could speak of. The soothing waters of the onsen, the infernal delights of the pleasure district. But you are doubtless still weary from your long sea voyage. Let us retire to the company offices. Okay. bum, 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 bum. At long last, we arrive at our destination. May I present you our humble offices? We have much to discuss, so I will refrain from further prattle. Come, right this way. Okay. Hello.
Our thaumaturgists took great pains to ward these walls against all manner of surveillance. Where business dealings are concerned, we do not compromise on confidentiality. You may avail yourselves of these offices for the duration of your visit. Come and go as you like, and know that you may speak freely here.
Your offer is most generous, but I will not enter into any agreement which would leave us beholden to you or your master.
A legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify, then. The chairman bids you consider this as an expression of his heartfelt contrition for the bloody banquet and the unpleasantness which followed. Never having been one to put stock in words alone, the chairman deems the provision of material aid to be a more appropriate demonstration of his sincerity. By sheer coincidence, your purpose here also happens to coincide with our own interests. That is, assuming you are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front.
How could... I will not bother to offer a denial. You have the right of it. To be specific, we are come in search of our Far Eastern allies, Yugiri and Gosetsu, whom we hope to assist in their fight.
The Aori Shinobi and the Rugadan Samurai? Then you will be pleased to know that they have both come to Kugani.
Are you sure?
Quite. They came here aboard a company vessel, you see. However, they encountered difficulties securing passage across the Ruby Sea.
The Ruby Sea? Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Forgive me. This calls for a map.
Okay.
We are here in Kugani, the sole open port of Hingashi, situated on her western coast. Doma, meanwhile, is here on the eastern coast of Otherd in Yansha. Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma, they must first cross the Ruby Sea. Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely the Confederacy. Said maritime collective is known for the consummate skill of its sailors, and for demanding that any vessel entering its waters pay a toll referred to as the Ruby Tithe. In exchange, the Confederacy's vast fleet guarantees the safety of those who travel within its territory.
Are you kidding me right now?
Now, as I'm sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling the Ruby Sea, and thus did they turn a blind eye to the activities of the Confederacy. The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma had other ideas, however. She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the Empire.
Okay.
Bowing to this pressure, Hingashi severed ties with these toll-takers and forbade the payment of the ruby tithe, prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea would do so at their peril.
Alrighty then.
No wonder they struggled to secure passage to Doma. What captain would risk such a journey given the circumstances?
I am told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's footsteps and attempt to secure passage to Doma for ourselves. We will, and should we find that they are still in Kugane, we can make the journey together.
In that case, I have some information which may be of use to you. No quid pro quo, I assure you. The chairman was most insistent that I aid you to the best of my ability.
Okay. Though I'm reluctant to take any action whatsoever that could be construed as placing ourselves in Lord Lorito's debt, we must avail ourselves of what means are available. Our Alamegan allies place their faith in us, and I do not intend to disappoint them. It would seem inefficient for us to venture all out together in search of information on Yugiri and Gosetsu's whereabouts. Agreed? Agreed. We need to cast our net wider, split up and pursue all available avenues of inquiry, but if we're to coordinate our efforts effectively, we need to establish a work base of operations here. The Tataru would seem best suited to the task of organizing our supplies and procuring new ones. While she attends to that, we four can begin our search by questioning the individuals Hancock identified. Alice and I will take those in the southern districts of the city, and the two of you can take those in the north. In anticipation of just such an eventuality, I took the liberty of preparing some few sketches of Yugiri and Gugetsu during our voyage. Really, bruh? Wow, you still warned me that you were a bit of an artist, but these are great. They'll definitely come in handy. It is crazy. Look like it's you and me, Jeppa, so let's step outside and talk about where to start. Please. What happens next? Please. What's up, girl? Wow, Alphanaud's sketches are so... I don't know how to put it, but they're very... yeah. Well, see for yourself. You view Alphanaud's sketches at any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the key items menu. Okay, view Alphanaud's sketches with... Looks more like them than they do. Honestly, he could make a living doing this. Oh, sorry. No time for distractions. Why don't you start by visiting Kakaru? At the Osan. That was it. Yep, I agree with you. Good job. Come all. Burns, cuts, racing rashes. There's not that waters of the sunny hot springs. Akio. Oh, what is that in your hand? You seek this Arua and the Rogadin, do you? 1,000 apologies, but I cannot help you. It is against our policy to divulge information regarding patrons past or present. He's come way all the way from Eosu to find our friends. We have our reputation to consider, miss. Men and women from all walks of life come here in search of rejuvenation, body and soul. They seek privacy and discretion, and we have ever honored their wishes. Only the Setsukumi may demand otherwise. I'm sorry, but there is not I can do. I suppose we'll just have to ask someone else then. What about that woman who runs the hostelry? Kokokazi, was it? Alright. Keep to the grind, boys. Kokokazi hostelry. Welcome, traveler. Can I assist you in some rice wine, exceptional quality, delivered but the other day? An Ari Shinobi and a Rogadin Samurai. If I may, I would answer your question with some few of my own. If I speak of that which you know, Ijin, be not offended, you are familiar with the situation in the lands across the Ruby Sea, the Dune Rebellion after 2.5 decades of quiet? I see. And you are familiar with the ways of the Hingashi, how we elect to stand apart and support not cause but our own. Indifferent and callous, some may call us, but the pragmatism is essential if a humble island nation such as ours is to survive. But we are not fools. Complete isolation is impractical, and so Kugain is open to Ajan, and we are equally hospitable to all. Or if I must speak more plainly, yes, I can help you, but if I do, I must also oblige the ones who ask after you. Are you willing to accept the fair and equitable treatment? If anyone comes looking for us, tell them whatever you like. As you wish, the two individuals of whom we speak did indeed come here. They sought passage across the Ruby Sea. Few ships are willing to make the trip at the moment. Nevertheless, I made several introductions on behalf. That was the extent of our interaction. I'll provide you with the names of the captains if you like. Sweet. You've been a great help, Mistress Kukaze. I'll be sure to come back for that wine sometime. Would welcome your customers. We should question these captains as soon as we can. You take the first three, I'll take the rest, and we'll meet here and we're finished, alright? Good luck. Nice. I'm gonna go hunt down for some captains. And go on a hunting spree. Oh my. place is huge. If I can get up there. Oh, okay. I like how the map is so extensively large. I think I have to go the other way. Yeah, I have to go to the ferry docks. Ferry's bound for Shiro Gain. Are you coming along? Yes. Travel to board company estate. Go to specified few tabs. Wait, what? Oh, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. On the short floor. Oh, short here. I'm going the wrong way, boys. I'm thinking two different locations because I'm not reading by pure accident. I come to that. Place is just huge, bro. We're gonna go this way. Must be down here. Oh, there they are. She Spice Street. You ask me if I've seen the Arari woman and this Rogan samurai woman is unknown to me, but the man is not. He was for Doma, but I could not help him. We travel slowly between here and Razadan. Razahan, it would be unreasonable. Red Captain. Yes, a Rogan gentleman did approach me. He wanted to charter a ship to take him across the sea. Mad devil, I sent him away like all the others before. Woman, may I know her not? Does it mean nobody's all the way out here? Side. This. Probably. Where this this guy is then. Where's this other wannabe captain? Wouldn't make it that easy. Get the very top. On the ship, probably. There he is. Passengers know we are no longer offer that service. Too much trouble. Now we only transport goods. I told this to the samurai and sent him away. If it is a woman you seek the pleasure, houses have. Well, now let's wait till we out there, huh? Easy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Rip, that actually hurt. How did it? Oh, well, never mind. Judging from the look on your face, you didn't have much better luck than I did. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Okay. Ah. Ah, that hurts, guys. The armor. Probably a trap. Yes. Well, I suppose we might as well head back to... Wait, I've just remembered. There was someone on my list I forgot to visit. Gayudo. He's a Namazusu fisherman, whatever that means, and a regular here. Maybe we'll find him if we look around. Okay, so we're going now. This little fish guy. I'll meet this fish guy. Fish guy. What is the fish guy? Is he up there? There's the little fisher guy. We're talking to a fish. A fish, guys. What? What? Why do you stare? You have business with me? By the 12. A talking fish. Yes, a talking fish. How very observant of you, Ilgin Sai. You find me in good spirits, so your rudeness I will ignore this once, but only if you address me again in the proper manner. Sorry, I've never met a... Let's start again. You're Gyudo, right? My name is Lise, and this is Jefferson. We're looking for some of our friends. I see. Both these ones I know well. I helped them secure passage across the Ruby Sea. Really, that's wonderful. Could you do the same for us? Yes, this would not be a problem for you. I could charter a ship this very day. But the journey is fraught with much peril. The fare will not be cheap. Are you sure you can afford it? Afford to pay it? I didn't think to bring any money, but surely Tartaru will let us take whatever we need now from the Scion's coffers, right? We wouldn't be the only passengers though. Could we take a moment to talk it over with our friends? Yes, but hurry. Your ship must depart under cover of darkness. We shall meet again at sunset at the Tasagori Bridge. Do not forget your fare. Bring Benny Gill, yes? Guys. Wow. It's about time our luck changed. Alphanod and others will be thrilled. Dude, we literally just get done talking to a fish. We just got done talking to a fish, guys. And not just any fish. The fish. Fish of importance. The fish. Guys. The fish. Of importance. Like, I don't even know how to respond. Ow. Kinda hurt. Past them? Or maybe? What? I have to really talk to you? We spoke with a number of merchants and captains at the southern piers. Several recognized Guketsu and confirmed that he had been searching for a vessel to deliver him to Orthard. None, however, made any mention of Lady Yuguri. Yes, it was a steam story for us, and then you'll never believe what happened. So this Gyudo claims to have aided both Kogetsu and Yuguri. How fortuitous. Not the word I would have chosen, Master Alphanon. Stupid's what I'd call it. How can you agree to agree to his price without making any attempts to haggle, or even confirming what it was in the first place? Yes, that was too a misstep on their part, but it was not what troubles me most. Gyudo and his brethren are not renowned for their generosity of spirit. Rather, they are disdained as scheming moneylenders, ever eager to turn a profit from others' misfortune. Everyone else we questioned stated that Kogetsu was alone. Only Gyudo claimed to have met both him and Yuguri. I suppose it's just possible that Kogetsu made inquiries by himself and only called upon Yuguri once he had found a willing captain. But it is equally possible, if not more likely, that you are being deceived. Do not forget that there are parties present in Kumain with agendas which may run contrary to your own. The Viceroy was once a spy himself, as I recall. I should be surprised if she did not have countless agents here in her employ, all eager to prove themselves to their new master. And what better way to do so than by delivering her the heads of foreign insurgents? Fine, you may be right about him, but what if Gyudo's working for the Empire? Was to say he didn't try the same trick on Yuguri and Kogetsu. I mean, if he did, he might know where they are, and if he succeeded, they might be in trouble. Anyway, if he holds up his end of the bargain, we'll have nothing to worry about, will we? But if he tries to betray us, I vote we take him prisoner and punch him till he tells us the truth. So if it's trapped, we'll spring it and deal with the consequences. I like the way you think. Very well, we should prepare for the worst. Tataru will remain here, and I shall follow review to a discreet distance, or at a discreet distance. Once more, I must caution you to avoid physical altercations at all costs. Even should Imperial agents attempt to engage you, the Setsugumi will not hesitate to clap you in irons or cut you down. If anything upward should happen, you are to return here at once. Is that clear? Wonderful. To review, Jepos and I will meet with Gyudo as planned. Alphanaud will keep watch for a distance, ready to provide support in the likely event that Gyudo attempts to betray us to the Imperials or whoever else. Should that happen, you and Lise will subdue him, and together we will make our escape. As our actions will surely draw the attention of the Setsugumi, we will evade them with Alphanaud's assistance and return here with our prisoner. Does that mean everyone's approval? Of course. These precautions will be for naught if Gyudo does not play us for fools, but we shall see. To the bridge. Alright, boys. Okay. The Shikoze. Okay. Our would-be ally is nowhere to be seen. Make ready, Jepos, or something smells fishy. Okay.
He's late.
Endless and most sincere apologies to you and yours, yes, yes. This way, quickly now.
Alrighty then.
Where are you taking us? Where is the ship?
This ship. So very sorry to inform you, yes. Long before was it pledged to another. To me. These ones are for Doma.
Yep.
I knew it couldn't be this simple.
Nothing personal, yes, just business.
Then business is about to take a turn for the worse.
Ah!
Come on, let's find a way out of here.
God, I love Lise. She's so good as a character in the story. That's so funny. Alright, let's kill these Imperials, boys. That was fucking funny. Alright, let's do it! Where's your healer at?
Bloody places.
Alphanot. As expected, the Setsugumi have caught our scent. Since fighting them is out of the question, we'll have to wind our way back to the Ruby Bazaar, evading their patrols as we go. If they find you, use the smoke bombs to make your escape. Use the smoke bombs to evade the patrols. Be warned that attacking the Setsugumi will result in failure. Really? I had to play a stupid game like Maid and Hide. Duty actions and special actions that are available only during the course of specific quests or battles. Duty actions are used by left-clicking their action button around keys. Some duty actions can be used a limited number of times at deciding when or when not to use them. They make the difference between victory and a quick back to your put up, head for the whatever. Either lay down your weapons. Spoke up. Okay. Wait, nice work, nice work. Come on. Come with me, I'll guide you to your friends. First a talking fish and now a tortoise. What got to lose? Here. Come on, bro. Let's go. Wasting my time. Okay, I really want to kill them. Curious Kojin. Where are we going, dude? Make the show if you made it. If you're our Kojin friend, might not find you. Everything is going to be alright, trust me. Okay. Well, that was interesting, boys.
Stay hidden and quiet. Understood?
Clear the road! Clear the road! You there, Korjin. We seek 4 foreigners. One, a brutish woman carrying an unconscious Namazu. Have you seen them?
For foreigners, you say? Ah, yes! Very rude they were, making no apology as they barged past. They went that way, I think.
Many thanks, good sir. With me, they cannot have gone far.
Hello?
All is well. The Sekisei Gumi will not return this way for some time, I should think. You are of the East Aldenard Trading Company, yes? Come with me. I know a safer way.
You are returned. And with guests, I see.
Our meeting went about as well as expected. We've brought the Namazu who thought to betray us. When he wakes up, we'll see what he knows about Yugiri and Gazetsu.
Well done, you. When I saw the Sekisei Gumi out in force, I did begin to worry, but I see my fears were misplaced.
Actually, if it weren't for Soroban, we might not have gotten away.
"'Twas my pleasure.
Yet I must ask, Soroban, why would you deceive the Sekisegumi to help us, foreigners of whom you know naught?
Why, out of the kindness of my heart, is what I would like to say, but my motives are not so pure. I chanced to witness your meeting with Hancock at the tavern, and saw an opportunity.
An opportunity?
Like many, I came to Kugane as a trader to make my fortune. Kojin of the Red may serve the Empire as mercenaries, but Kojin of the Blue walk a different path. Regretfully, most here would rather not meet our gaze, much less do business. So I seek the custom of those less predisposed to dismiss us outright, namely the East Aldenard Trading Company.
Quid pro quo, is it? Well, there is no denying that we owe you a debt. What say you, Hancock? Will you consider doing business with our entrepreneurial friend here?
Rest assured, Master Soroban, that in matters of trade the company does not discriminate. We would be honored to hear your proposal.
I promise you will not regret this, good sir. Ah, yes. You sought passage across the Ruby Sea, did you not? I have a ship you can use.
That easy.
You do? Well then, far be it from us to refuse. You have our deepest thanks.
And you mine.
Why do I feel like this is kind of a little sketchy? I'm still annoyed he tried to deceive us, but at least we were prepared for it. Even so, next time we should probably try to avoid running around Kugane in the middle of the night with half of the city guard snapping at our heels. Year soon. Right then, Gyoro should be coming around soon. I think it's time we had a little chat, don't you? Rise and shine, little fishy. I know you can hear me, so stop pretending to be asleep or I'll give you another ride on my... No more boots. All my secrets are yours for the asking. Oh, it's so good. So good. Tell us what you know about Yuguri and Gogetsu. Every last detail. And if I find out later that you lied to me... No. No more lies. The clear, unvarnished truth. You have my word. Only the samurai did I meet. Yes, only him. He asked after a ship, so I provided an introduction to the Gallians. You led him into a trap as you did us, because you are an Imperial spy. No, I am no spy. It was just business. Fewer ships pass through Kugane these days, and we have struggled to make ends meet. So when the Guardians offered a bounty for any domens found in Kugane, oh, my mistake. You're not a spy, but a common cutthroat. Not that I'm surprised. You need half a brain to be a spy. So what happened to the samurai? It's a cruel, vicious tongue you have. He would not go quietly. No blades were drawn. Men were cut down, and the Setsugumi came. They took the samurai away. Hold on a moment. You mean to tell me that Ijin they arrested the other day was Gogetsu? Oh, I had but I known. If he is in the custody of the Setsugumi, I only need to see it to that the requisite funds find their way into the right officials' hands, and your friend will walk free. It isn't Ulda, so it isn't Kugane, but given the circumstances, it seems we have no choice but to resort to morally questionable means. We'll make a pragmatist of you yet, Master Alphanod. You are free to wait here while I speak with the relevant official, but if you would rather wait on Kugetsu, go outside the barracks, we go together. I wouldn't put it past the Imperials to try something again, so mayhap it would be best if Lesage, Buster, and I join you. Alright, what about you, Gayoto? I will keep an eye on him for the time being. We can release him after you return with Kugetsu. He will doubtless have some choice words to say to the little fellow. Soroban, mayhap it would be prudent to prepare your ship for immediate departure. Wish everything is in order, then let us be off. The Setsugumi barracks are to the north. Go, little fish. All things. We were betrayed by a fish. To teleport. No. I must ask that you wait here. You may be assured that this will not take long. Really going to be as simple as he says, do you think? Said he wouldn't take long, right? Because this feels a bit long to me. I'll count down to say everything's going to be alright, much as I hate to admit it. If I share Hancock's dim view of government officials and their supposed incorruptibility, what I've gleaned at the Far East, they're probably exchanging lengthy pleasantries. There seems to be a correct way to do everything here. Bribery being no exception, I see we leave them to it, right, Triple? Right. Everything's fine. Probably, I mean, it couldn't be as bad as the last time we stood around waiting for something to happen.
How about you? Ah!
Was that? That was Gazetsu. I'm sure of it. He's in trouble. Lise, wait!
I suppose we should follow her then.
Goodness gracious.
Victory to the samurai!
How many is that now? 10 in a row?
Gazetsu!
Oh, this is a surprise! What in blue blazes are you three doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. We've been looking all over for you, and then I suddenly heard you screaming.
It would seem there has been a misunderstanding. Allow me to explain.
So, in summary, you started a brawl with some off-duty Imperial soldiers and were subsequently arrested by the Sekisugumi, whom you somehow befriended and convinced to set you free if you could defeat a given number of them in single combat.
10 bouts for my freedom, aye. 'Tis but a pity you came too late to witness the last one. And with that, I'm free to go, yes?
Our word once given may not be broken, but we pray you make every effort to avoid future altercations. Circumstances notwithstanding, my lord, we are honored and grateful to have witnessed firsthand the skill of a Doma samurai.
Ah, and we had just concluded negotiations. I gather my assistance was not required.
He's just laughing. Bum, 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 bum. Must apologize that you endured such trials and tribulations in search of me. There's no need for that. You no need to worry of knowing we would come looking for you. You were after a ship to take you to Doma. Yes, it just so happens we have found a willing captain. What fortune! We will tell you all about it in the back of the company office. Alphinaud and Tatu are waiting for us there. I'm forgetting about the portal. Starting to get really tired, boys. Tired. This is kicking in. Setsu, I think the 12 of you are unharmed. As you can see, Master Alpha, I am the very picture of health. Vile fiend, malevolent trickster. How kind the kami are to grant me vengeance so soon. But first, I demand you return the coin so I can't even say that. Oh my gosh. Villainously embezzled from me. You have every right to be angry, good sir. Gladly would I return to your coin, have I not been forced to pay certain gambling debts beforehand. Setting the matter aside for the moment, where is Lady Yaguri? Was she not traveling with you? For a time, but we parted ways some while ago, the better to improve our chances of finding Lord Hyan. Lord Hyan? Forgive me, I have yet to explain. Lord Hyan is the heir to Doma's throne and our master. He was a passionate voice of the cause of Doman liberation, and when we learned of the Emperor's death, it only grew louder. So you seized upon the opportunity and rose up to reclaim your freedom, only for your hopes to be dashed with when Xenos led his army onto your lands. The Crown Prince was a merciless foe against him, and the might of the Zealoth, or the Seventh, we had no chance. Once Lord Heine understood this, he bade Yuguri take to the sea with as many of our people as possible. He, however, would stand and fight that they might have more time to escape. I remained by his side as well, and together we carried out on our doomed war, and then one day in a fierce battle we were separated. I knew not what became of him, only that he was beyond the Emperor's reach, and that to find him I would need Yuguri's aid. The situation grew more perilous by the day, for the new Viceroy Yotetsu, a black-hearted villainess who delights in the torment of our people. There is naught she would not do to further her pursuit of Lord Hyan. Thank you. I believe that makes matters a good deal clearer. It should please you to learn that we are come to aid the Doma Liberation Front in resuming their efforts to overthrow their imperial oppressors. Then allow me to join you. My inquiries here bore no fruit, hence my desire to return. Once there, I can lead you to our headquarters in Yangshui, where we shall all be reunited with Yuguri. Mayhap not all Alphanauts towns would seem better applied here in Kugani, working closely with Tatsu and Hancock to feed us intelligence. There is a Garlean embassy just down the road after all. While I appreciate the vote of confidence, I should be glad to accompany you all. As a soldier in the field, so to speak, come now, brother. A competent commander assigns his soldiers the tasks best suited to him, as you of all people should know, and you are so very good at espionage and intrigue. We all must serve in each our own way. Very well, it would seem my place is here. Sorbonne is waiting at the pier. Have fun, you lot. Grinding it out, boys. I've been waiting for you, my friends. All preparations have been completed and my ship awaits its passengers. Shall we depart without further delay? After you, my shelled friend. Insist with me, everyone. You see awaits. Wonderful.
I remember the water, how it turned crimson in the morning sun. A shimmering sea of rubies, stretching from horizon to horizon. You could almost believe it went on forever. But beyond that red expanse lay a land in turmoil. On the shores of Othard, our Doman brothers struggled in vain.
How wide and beautiful she is, the ruby sea filled with promise and adventure and treasures, many wonderful treasures. Now, in order to reach the shores of Othard, you will need to cross the resplendent waters you see before you. However, this is easier said than done. To set forth without making the necessary preparations is to invite the Confederacy to claim your vessel and your life should you resist. This fate can be avoided by paying the ruby tithes, thereby earning you the blessing of the pirate lords. So let us go and grant them. Our destination is the isle to the west. That doesn't look very far to me, Jefferson. Why don't we jump in and swim for it? Well, I've had my fill of boats. An excellent idea. I think you shall find the waters to your liking. I will use my ship to deliver the less inclined to the isle. Okay. Intriguing. I'm actually in the water. Right, this should be easy and a good way to loosen up for the next fight, whenever it comes. 20 Gil says I'll meet you there. Why do I feel like this is supposed to be like a memory? Ah, there you are. I trust you enjoyed yourselves. Follow me, my friends. The one with whom we must speak is a man named Tansui. Finally ride on Chocobo. Confederate Century. Fair, you have the advantage of me. Most honorable and esteemed Jefferson, I am Tatsuni, a humble mate who serves at the pleasure of the Confederacy's captain. As you are in the company of the Shellback, I presume we have business to discuss. wish to pay the ruby tithe, yes, with your guild perhaps, it is just as well foreign currencies are demanded these days. I would pay for their passage to Uthard. Does the sum meet with your satisfaction? The sea has been quite tempestuous of late. I cannot say with confidence that you would reach your destination safely unless you truly take me for a fool. I know the price, as do all. Alas, we live in interesting times. As you came from Kagani, I should think I need not tell you that. The shadow of war looms. The wise and the cautious shirk the waters, and our customs, the wholeheartedly sharpen their knives in anticipation. Meaning... Sir, you've got to come quickly. The bastards are at it again. I tried to convince them to stop, but they weren't having it. So very well, I will be there shortly. My proposition, your comrades strike me as a worthwhile investment. I would not hear men and name me a cat before Kogan. So I shall consider their tithe paid, not for what they have done, but what they expect them to do. Really? Really? I'm not sure what to make of that, man, but at least the matter of our tithe is settled for now. What was that he and the other pirate were talking about? Maybe we ought to go and have a look. Wonderful, boys. Where is it? Oh, it's... Chocobo. Ride me chocobo. Oh, Hellborn and Nala. I don't know what those are, but they look quite not the lads want to be fighting. I should actually test myself. Okay.
Gentlemen, I'm told you were most unreceptive to my associate's requests. I realize you do not look kindly on the Confederacy and her ways, but if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, your safety in these waters cannot be assured.
Spare me your concern, pirate. Your feeble attempts at extortion will not work on us. You remain at large because we allow it. Because you are such insignificant little pests that we see no need to swat you. But if you wish to risk the ire of the Viceroy, by all means, fire upon an Imperial vessel. Give us a reason to bring the full might of the Garlean Empire to bear against your pathetic fleet.
Bastards!
Gentlemen, surely the fact that you have such limitless resources at your disposal gives you all the more reason to spare some few coins for the less fortunate.
All talk, just as I thought. Come, let us away. I have no time for this rubbish.
We're all the same to them, aren't we? Savages to be ruled or slaughtered.
They've always balked at paying the ruby tithe, but they were never so eager to pick a fight. The problem, you see, is that many of my comrades in the Confederacy are of Doman descent, and the acting Viceroy, well, she's none too fond of Domans, to say the least. If we take any action to hinder the safe passage of an Imperial vessel, she'll accuse us of attempting to foment rebellion and brand us enemies of the Empire, which we can ill afford to be. Like the man said, we're all talk.
And where did the Kojin stand in all this?
With the winning side, of course. They're mercenaries to a fault, eager to offer their services without coercion. The Shellback could tell you more, though something tells me he would rather not.
I don't understand. If the Garleans are causing the Confederacy this much trouble, and if so many of you are Doman to begin with, why aren't you willing to fight back?
Spoken like a true friend of the Doman Liberation Front. If you're planning to rouse us with noble words and grand promises, don't bother. We all know what the Imperial Army can do. Compared to them, we're boys with boats. Besides, what ties a man may once have held to his home are forsaken upon joining the Confederacy. We look out for none but our own. Be that as it may, our livelihood is under threat, and the captain will need to decide soon whether we're to go down in a blaze of glory, or bow and scrape for crumbs from the Emperor's table. All while our friend the Viceroy continues her purge of Doma's radical elements. I believe she's holding court in one of the fishing villages even as we speak.
That she-devil! Her perfidy knows no bounds! She must be stopped! Come, let us find Soroban and put to sea at once!
Tell the others that these ones have paid. We all have places to be.
What are we waiting for? Come, come. Sorbonne cannot have gone far. Though now I think on it, it is passing strange that he left without warning. Mayhap he did not wish to be seen by his brethren. I doubt he thought to leave us behind, but nevertheless it may be prudent to return to the ship or at least to the Confederate camp. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Be able to just jump over that. Oh, my friends, 1,000 pardons. As you may have guessed, I was reluctant to be seen in your company by the Red Brothers. Ours is a complex relationship. I pray you do not misinterpret their actions as a reflection of our allegiances. You understand. Kami be praised. Too often, our shell is quick to judge all cogent with the deeds of one. Right then, now that our business with Tusani is concluded, we can traverse the Holy Sea without fear. Pirate Banks. I shall return to the ship and prepare for our departure. If you have any remaining business to conduct with the pirates here, I pray you do so. That remains a ship, sir. Would you be so kind as to inform the Confederates of our plans? The more they know of our movements, the less likely we are to be mistaken for another vessel by their guns. So we're gonna go. Oh, you're the one of the urgent from the beach, leaving us already? I need to pay the tithe, Tussle said. Oh, on the other hand, if you were to pursue our wares and find anything to your liking, we should be glad to sell it to you for a fair price. That it? You have spoken with the Confederates above, then? Excellent. If you are ready to depart, then we should do so. Then let us be off. I shall deliver you to the fishing village of Asari. Wait, Tusani said that the Viceroy was holding a court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Should Asari chance to be the village in question, we could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore some distance away. Very well, I know just the place. Here we are. I am reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe I have fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Soroban. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are much too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best and hope that we shall meet again. So we finally arrived to Othard. All we need to do now is liberate Doma. Ah, yes, that. Look daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor, the element of surprise. Unlike the Gurabani in Gurabani, the Imperials don't know we're here. Admittedly, they may be that may be our only advantage. Consider how few of us there are. Well, I expect the Dome Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit, but before all that, we need to see if this is the fishing village Susani was talking about. It may well be. I smell ceruleum on the breeze.
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
Ah! Who in the world is this?
It is she, sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Filth and squalor everywhere I look. How very Doma. What I wouldn't do for a drink. Come now. You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember?
'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You are free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Korjin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word. Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Oh, very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
Stop and think for a moment. If you go charging in now, every one of those villagers is as good as dead. We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels, to say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself as a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive. They will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugane.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
Oh. Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
Okay. Okay. I hate it as much as you, maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but well, what's done is done. Yogutsu's gamble has given us the time we need to find a solution. He made us seek aid at the distance tower for, yes, for once, or a better idea, I say we just do that while taking care to avoid the Imperials. Why are you making us literally go the opposite direction? Alright guys, I'm gonna stop it here for now. I'm getting off a long day. Had a lot of fun. Got some good recording, time in for this. It's hard. It's hard with the past couple of days, being very honest with you, to even attempt to do these recordings with everything that's been going on with servers. Very hard. Granted, it is the first week or so with pre-release going on with Endwalker, but I'll do the best with what I'm given. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.